If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowances for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor look too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can hear the truth you've spoken twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life for broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at the beginning, and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are done, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 40 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
But what is so important about driving faster than anyone else?
A lot of people go through life doing things badly. Racing's important to men who do it well. When you're racing, it's life. Anything that happens before or after, it's just waiting.
If I wasn't a feminist, I don't know what I would be, if that makes sense. I don't really have that's just all I know, I guess. And I guess I haven't really educated
That actually
myself.
makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Feminism is basically the air that we breathe, and it's the water we swim in, whether people know it or not. It's ingratiated in society. So you may not have any other position other than that. So if you say, I really don't know anything besides feminism, I believe you.
Thank you.
It's the mainstream. Do you guys believe in the patriarchy?
But it's still a bad position. It's still
It's fine.
just saying.
And what is that? So what is the patriarchy?
It's patriarchy's when men rule, right?
Mostly, right?
Men rule, women drool. Wait, what? Okay, that's
No, that was my fault.
Say it. Can you say the patriarchy is awesome?
it's not bad. It's not bad.
The patriarchy is awesome.
That one, that's for you, Grid One Motorsports.
Today is the beginning of the end and the start of a new beginning. Time has come to refine yourself and let go of the demons in your head that have held you in captivity for so long. It's time to flip the page and prove them wrong. It's time for rebirth. Yeah, time's up to say goodbye to all the haters, doubters, and non-believers trying to bring you down. In the blink of an eye, you'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a I don't give a fuck. 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 It's time to start doing the right thing. So trust your instinct. Stop listening to others and own your decisions. People will always tell you what to do, opinions how to live. So let's create space for what matters most to you. You'll be glad you did. Now start claiming your time and your mental well-being by saying no more. No more. Say it loudly and proudly. In other words, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Target acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Whoa, welcome back, guys. It has been a great weekend, and now we're gonna have a great day. I see Michelle is in the house. Michelle, good to see you back. It's been a minute. I found something that hey, Mara, Kate, good to see you. Good to see everybody. I'm going to run down the list. Before I do though, I have this thing I want to show Michelle. I showed Glenn the other night. I absolutely I love this. This is great. And I found some more of this person's stuff. It's all great stuff. But this is kind of this might be my new cutaway.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
Huh? Right? That's what I'm saying. Now, the thing is that when I saw this, I thought, you know who could do this really well? Do you know who could do this type of like little skits or whatever? Michelle could do that. Michelle be perfect for that. Michelle is great for that. And I've got it. Glenn, Mr. Producer, we got a mission, brother. We got a mission. Michelle is perfect for this. Just awesome. Just great. So great. Anyway, I just love that. Just because it's like, it's one of my favorite things to say is just shut the fuck up. And that was awesome. Put you in hair and makeup. That's awesome. We need to make this happen. We need to make that happen for sure. Glenn, that's a new project for everybody. Okay, let's make that. Let's make some shit happen. All right, let's see who we got up in the house here. All right, Agropolis was numero uno today, and he deserves a big pat on the back for that. Good job, sir. Glenn Lawrence is in the house. Good to see you, sir. As always. 13 is in the house. Good to see you. Mikey Balls is in the house, along with Naomi, his main squeeze. And obviously Michelle's in the house. I've been talking about her for a minute. That's awesome. Orca Speaks. Good to see you. The animations are cool. Well, thank you. I don't really, all that stuff is, yeah. So I put that together. It was pretty cool. Mara Kate, as always, good to see you. Chairman of the board, Anson Knowles, in the house. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Wayne Burgum, Willie, good one. I like it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Based Welshman, good to see you, sir. Kevin L. in the house. You insist on a black trench coat? Okay. All right. Well, they might be able to make that work. And let's see what we got here. Main squeeze. That's right. You miss Anson. Anson's, like, I got to be honest. I really like Anson a lot. He challenges me. He'll say some really fucked up shit once in a while, but he's a good egg, as they say. But Anson invited this young lady on last week, set the whole thing up, and it did provide a lot of content. I'm going to give Anson Knowles credit where it is due. I have no idea where he picked up this complete degenerate, self-proclaimed hedonist. No idea, but he did. She came on, and now I don't think she'll be back, guys. I'm sorry. So the thing is that we actually had a talk back and forth in Discord. Her and I did, and just transparency mode here. She's narcissistic and insane, and I won't deal with it. Wants to have she wants to have a discussion about one of her blog stories or articles or whatever, which is great. I told her to pick one, and she's like, "Nope, I'm not doing your homework for you." I'm like, "That's not my homework." I don't have time to go fuck around and read a bunch of bullshit. You can clip anything you want, Michelle. You are the clipper. Michelle, by the way, I have missed you, and you should come up later. We need to talk. Can you jump up here? The link's in the mod chat already. And hey, Moonlight, how are you? Moonlight, we're going to have to do a special episode tonight because I am not debating. The other thing, guys, by the way, I am not debating over at the Reverie tonight. The topic they picked is literally the dumbest shit ever, and I just can't get on board. Like literally every penis from here to Timbuktu would be soft debating that topic. It is horribly, horribly wrong. I will show it shortly, and I will. But I refuse. I said I'm not interested. Not interested. I've seen some dumbass shit in my day, but this was just fucked up. I'll post it here in a minute. We'll get to it. I promise. Got a lot to cover. But Moonlight, we'll do a show tonight anyway. I said I'd have you up. We'll do a show tonight anyway. It just won't be. I won't be debating while I'm doing it. So the it's just terrible. It's just terrible. Matter of fact, I'm just going to launch right into. Let me go grab that prompt for you. Give you a little preview of the nonsense that I have to deal with on a regular. So I'm reading this. Now I want to warn all you young men out there. This may have lasting effects. You may not be able to use your pecker for 24 hours after you hear this shit. I'm just saying. So very nice introduction. Hey, would you like to be part of the Reverie tonight? Topic. NBC News is reporting that Trump has put forth the idea of attempting a third term in office. In a phone interview, Trump repeatedly reaffirmed the idea and said he was not joking. This isn't the first time Trump has alluded to a third term, but this will be the most forceful and direct, if the reporting is accurate. Assuming that it is, how should citizens view the prospect of Trump attempting a blatantly unconstitutional attempt at a third term? Do you take it seriously? If not, what makes you think this is not actually a problem? And should we even have term limits on the office of the presidency? What? So first of all, Trump said in the phone call that he was endorsing Vance for the next term, and he was bantering that he might run as VP. Obviously, he can't run as VP. We actually have in the Constitution that you can't that if you're not eligible to run for president, that you can't run for vice president either. I don't think he's joking about this, but I think that the problem is that people misquote all the time. I love Trump, but I'm not going to lie. I'm tired of saying he's just joking. I thought he was joking about annexing Canada too. I'm pretty sure he is, but we'll see. Thank you very much, Moonlight. Again, I'm going to have you on tonight. We'll sort that out here in a few minutes. Right, Kevin L is right. This is why this is a dumbass debate. Why would we even debate that shit? Like, this is the dumbest fucking prompt ever. Why can't we debate something like interesting? Like, fuck, I don't even know right off the top of my head. I mean, this is just a fucked up prompt. So I said, nah, I'm out. Yeah. So word on the street is that he will position himself as speaker or some underlying position, and then get two shills elected. So actually, what I think is going to happen is Vance is going to run. If he wins, I don't know who his VP will be. The rumor is that it will be Trump Jr. And that's the rumor. I mean, come on, we're 3 years out, guys. This is dumb. This is a bullshit. This is like a bullshit distraction. It's like saying that Israel's behind everything bad on the planet. It's just a distraction from what's really going on. I tell you what it's distracting you from. It's distracting you from the fact that 26 fucking Republicans voted against the cost-cutting measures that Doge recommended for foreign aid. That's what it's distracting you from. And it makes your dick soft. So, yeah. Are cats ontologically evil, and then is domestication an anti-evil? That's interesting. It's interesting. Bring back the GIMP debaters. Well, that's what they are. The fucking GIMPs. That's funny. But seriously, come on. This is the dumbest thing ever. Am I right? I mean, come on. Come on. That's right. This is dumb. This is just dumb. So anyway, at any rate, yeah, I do think Trump will try. He may try and position himself as speaker, but or secretary. But the thing is that I think all that's horseshit. I think when Trump's done, he's done. He's going to retire back to wherever the fuck he wants to just play for the next, 10 or 15 years of his life. And he's going to just fuck off out of there and say, yep, I came, I saw, I conquered. Fuck all y'all bitches. So that's, yeah. Make Trump press secretary. That'd be fucking hilarious. That would be hilarious. So, yeah. Do not summon the GIMP, Michelle. Michelle, are you coming up? You are invited. Yeah. Angel Berber in the house. Good to see you, sir. Yes, it is a distraction from the neocons joining Democrats on critical issues so the public won't hold them account. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Nobody's talking about, like, everybody's talking this morning about Trump saying he's going to run for a third term, which he can't do. He legally can't do it. He knows he can't do it. Everybody fucking knows he can't do it. But nobody's talking about 26, including Lindsey Graham. Like, I kind of was liking Lindsey Graham again. Like, I was kind of on his side again. Like, Lindsey Graham is like one of these guys that's like, you want to like it, you want to be on his side. He says some cool shit, and then he does the dumbest shit ever. Now, the reason that Lindsey Graham doesn't want these cuts to happen is he made $500,000 last year on one of these deals, or maybe the year before last. Somebody will look it up. It doesn't matter. He made $500,000 off of one of these deals, and he doesn't want to give that up. And I mean, shocking, fucking human nature comes into play. This is a problem with trusting politicians without guidelines. If there are no guidelines, they're going to do whatever the fuck they want in their own best interest. It's just humanity. We all would do it. There's not one of us. If seriously, any of you guys going to sign something that says you're not going to make $500,000 and that you don't do anything for? Seriously? You lie like dogs. I mean, I would, but I have morals and I take the high ground or some shit. But anyway, yeah, this is all distraction, guys. You got to get, you got to look beyond the headlines. Look like on page 7 where they bury this shit and don't want you to look at all, right? Like it's nuts. how much stuff that's really important. And yet, nobody knows. No, fuck that guy. I told him, I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Now, fuck that guy. We need to get some real prompts. Like, should we continue to send Ukraine aid when Zelensky has acted in bad faith time and fucking time again? That's a good prompt. I like that one. Yeah, Craig, you're right, buddy. You're right. He doesn't have to run. He doesn't have to do anything, right? Like he just if Vance wins, who's he going to go to? He's going to go to Trump. I mean, this is just dumb argument. This is a stupid argument. I would rather have a much better debate on something that matters than this Orange Man bad. And literally every fucking week with this guy, it's Orange Man bad. Like seriously, Prime has to get his head out of his ass. I know it's hard, but he can do it. I have faith in him. Moonlight says her dad was complaining Trump was saying Putin was bad for bad mouthing Zelensky. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's a good thing. He's being consistent. Yeah. Look, Trump is very consistent. The thing is that everyone keeps saying like, oh, well, he did this. This is one thing that's really fucking weird to me. So everyone knows that Trump is at least friendly with the Israelis, right? Like he doesn't see them as enemies. He doesn't see them as a secret society bent on world domination. He doesn't see them as the next Illuminati or the Freemasons or the Catholic Church or the Mormons or whoever the fuck that we've tried to blame time and time again for world domination as a secret society. I don't believe in secret societies, but he doesn't do that. So the other day is like, well, Trump's been bought and sold. This guy's telling me Trump's been bought and sold because because he backs Israel. And I'm like, well, he's always backed Israel. It's consistent. It's not like he suddenly woke up one day and was like, yesterday I hated Israel, but today I liked them. Right? Like he fulfilled his promise of the embassy back in Jerusalem. Right? I mean, he did that. He's like, yeah, this is he. You know, every president has said they were going to do it. Trump was the only one that did it. Good evening, Michelle. Uh-oh.
I'm getting there. It's happening.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So, I mean, Trump is consistent. People like to point out things like he's being inconsistent, but he's very, very consistent in his viewpoint. And when he does reverse, he has an explanation and a methodology behind it. This is what frustrates the press because it's not he just can't say, well, blah blah blah. You know, they can't say, well, he's just reversing himself for no reason, or he's been bought, or he's been blackmailed, or whatever the fuck it is. Hi, Michelle. Again, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? I missed you too.
Where have you been?
I've been around. I've had stuff going on.
I knew that you had stuff going on, but you know, we're here.
Yeah, I've been all right. We're
here for you too, Michelle. You know, you don't have to not come around. Let me read this really quick. Grid, in conjunction with other administration mistakes, such as Pam Bondi not withdrawing the Biden-era case Garland v. Vanderstock regarding ATF. Yeah, right. Yeah, Bondi's been called on the carpet on like 3 or 4 things, and nobody's covering that. You guys aren't hearing about that shit. Correct. Camel Toe was the one with ads supporting Palestine and then Israel. Right? And they actually came over and campaigned for Kamala. Legit. That's a real thing. You can look it up.
They did that.
Yeah, they campaigned for her in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Chairman on the board says, hi, second favorite DGen.
Hello, Anson. It's so good to hear from you. I missed you too.
Yeah, Anson, if he wasn't who he was, he'd be on the shit list. But he's cool. But it was funny. That woman, you missed out. It was I couldn't tell if it was a rage quit or not. She came back and she sniped from chat the Saturday night saying that it wasn't a rage quit, that she was just offended, and then she goalpost shifted between it was a TOS break, and then it was just close to TOS, and then it was just rude, and basically said that I should moderate better, and I'm like, well, I don't moderate. I have moderators to moderate.
I can't wait to watch it back now.
You gotta watch it. It's fucking great. Oh, and Brian comes on.
I did see Brian. Yeah, I saw Brian come up. I was in chat a little bit. It was really cool to see.
So you missed
to get him interact. I missed the first part, but yeah, I'll definitely watch that part back.
Yeah, you gotta watch that. Watch it on normal speed, because if you speed it up, I think it sounds really weird. But whatever. Okay. Yeah. So. This is true, right, Craig? The only positive you see is while he floats running again, he stays Dems' primary target. In practicality, the Dems would be better off attacking Vance. It has to be some 5D chess. No, I think that's just typical. And nobody's really the thing is that I don't think the Democrat machine really realizes what a threat Vance is, because he is an actively participating vice president, and they haven't seen that in a couple of decades. So they don't know what the they don't know what to think. This is an interesting question, Michelle. Let me pose this to you, because you're a normal American, not like me. Not like me. I'm deeply steeped in political ideology. What's the difference between flip-flopping and changing position, though? Or is it just a negative connotation for the same thing? What would you say?
That is your own internal critique. I feel like if you call somebody out just for flip-flopping, you're not going to hold much weight in your argument, because they're just going to be like, no, I just got new information and I changed my mind. And what reminds me of it is the Green New Deal and like the push for electric cars and stuff like that. And now Elon Musk is evil, and this whole corporation. And then
that's an actual flip flop, right?
That is a flip flop, because the whole left was pushing for those electric cars and for everything to go to like that sort of infrastructure. And it's all cool when they do it, and they do it their way with their corporate Democrats. But when Elon, who happens to have one of those companies, is now going through and calling out some of the waste. Now it's a big old fat problem. So I think it's funny. We're going to see how it shakes out.
Moonlight says she likes your voice.
Thank you, Moonlight. That's such a nice compliment. I appreciate it.
Craig says politicians don't change positions, they evolve. That's probably true. Oh, God, not her. Oh, you're talking about... She's talking about the girl from the other night. Lord of Pie says she definitely rage quit. The moment her camera went off, she started gauging in good faith and became angry. It's probably true. The duet was fantastic. It was not. I can't sing. Everybody knows this.
You don't think you're a Barbie girl?
I do.
Barbie world?
Barbie girl. I am not. It's very funny though. I can't believe he picked that. It was very interesting that Brian picked that. I knew he was trolling me. I just didn't think he'd go that far. Right? But,
I'm not surprised at all. Like that guy's
You're
history.
not surprised? Okay.
I'm not surprised at all.
I mean, Brian's a huge troll. Like, I don't think people understand because they haven't watched his early work where he did all the pranks and shit. But he is literally the biggest troll, like, fucking ever. Difference between flip-flopping is the difference is flip-flopping is notably disingenuous. I would add that flip-flopping tends to be, my opinion, flip-flopping tends to be more of a there's no method, there's no like reasoning behind it, right? Or the reasoning is very weak. Like one day, like if I were to come in tomorrow and say, you know what, I've changed my mind on Glocks. I like Glocks now. People be like, no, you don't. Who's paying you? Right? Like that would be the reaction. And that's my reaction on a lot of this stuff. It's like, you don't really believe that. Who's paying you to believe that, right? So anyway. So let's talk Michelle here. For the reasoning is politically advantaged. Yeah, absolutely. So Michelle, how have you been?
I don't know. I've been kind of going through it.
You've been going through it?
Yeah, I've been going through it. Like my family has been getting sick,
Ooh.
and just showing up for them,
Mm-hmm.
and backtracking, what happened, because I feel like, yeah, they've just been going through it. That's all. I'm not going to trauma dump. We're not going to get into it. Fuck you, people.
Yeah, no trauma dump. I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
I'm good. Yeah.
So one thing, Michelle, since you haven't been around, I was forced, thankfully nothing ended up happening out of this, but I was forced to ask Grace Thorpe to shill for me when I debate, like when I'm on the Reverie, because you haven't been around. Fortunately, I honestly think the Thorpes fight success like Japan and Godzilla. Like they just don't want to have anything to do with success. So I was like, hey, you just got demonetized. I need somebody to shill for me on my stream while I'm debating because I can't be in here to grift. You seem to be able to grift reasonably well. Come on stream, grift for me. That's all she had to do. I told her I'd give her a percentage of the grift.
How did it turn out?
She never showed up.
Okay.
Didn't answer Discord. Didn't do it. And I've asked her like 3 times now. Like I'm like, I mean, what do you just not want to help? I mean, like
you had like the Lord of the Grift though here that night with Brian.
I did. He got it going on.
Like nobody is gonna grift like that, dude. But like
I know, right?
Like throw you under the bus while he does it. Like,
yeah,
you're
he was
girl,
swimming.
But...
He was in the pool lounging while he was doing it.
Exactly.
Now that's fun. Baller right there. That's the kind of balling that people just don't understand.
So like, I don't even think I could be able to pull anything like if I said to the chat, like I would do something I hated. I would sing Spice Girls for like $300 worth of super chats for good right now. I don't think it would happen. I think that only Brian has that power. And then chat would have to prove me wrong. That's what would have to happen if you want to like really grift out properly. But yeah, $300. I would do the whole like Spice Girls intro. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll do it. And I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah.
That's lame. Fuck you, people.
That's funny. Moonlight says, just got to say, if you need a good laugh, watch the debate with Destiny, Andrew, Grace, and Erudite on Playing with Fire. I watch it a few times a year. It's hilarious. I may have to do that. So, Mr. Boulay is drowning in memos, keeping the military-industrial complex floating. So there you go. Yeah. But yeah, so but fortunately, you're back. You saved me from this fate worse than death, and yeah, it's gonna be good.
Nice. Moonlight. I actually remember that debate with Destiny, Andrew, Grace, and Erudite on PWF, and you're right. It was. It's like where I first got my start, right? During that whole like Mr. Slave debating thing that Andrew was on, like that old one.
Mm-hmm.
And that one I think was like after it, when he and Erudite started interacting a bit more. That really was an awesome debate. There's a lot of stuff to review and bring back if you want some good inspiration for future things.
Mm. Oh, yesterday though, I think Grace may be really mad at me because yesterday, well, she's headed out to Vegas apparently, and she's going to meet up with Hormaxer and a bunch of other Vegas people. And I'm like, "You're meeting up with Hormaxer?" And I'm like, "That's gross. Why'd you do that?" And she's like, "Oh, it's it's content. It's good." And I'm like, "He's probably sucked more dick than you have, Grace." And I'm like, "Why would you do that?" And then I left. I
There
left the
was
dick
the
sucking comment and left.
there was the time in Discord where Grace and Ben together asked me for my advice about swinger clubs and
About what?
swinger clubs, swing clubs. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that was really interesting because
Swinger clubs.
yes, because that's Hormaxer's whole thing is he goes to the swing club. So I would imagine that if Grace and Hormaxer are meeting up, there's going to be some discussion of going to a swinger club. So they
Just came
they
to she said that, and I'm like, that's more than I'm out of. Like, I still need to lose like 28 pounds. I'm down a bit. I'm down like 6, 7 pounds. I still need to lose like 25, 28 pounds. Grace is like, that's a lot. That's a lot.
that is a lot.
That's a lot.
But you could if she's trying to lose that, I'm sure she can.
If she wants to.
If she wants to, she should do her.
Moonlight's like making half the show. Moonlight, do you want to come up too? You can just comment from it up on stage.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. Women have value on the panel. You don't need to do that.
I don't need to do that.
No, she doesn't need to do that. Women have value on the panel, like intrinsically, and I will totally get you the link if you need it.
Yeah, she's at work. Everybody's at
Oh,
work.
that's lame.
Except me. This is my work. This is my work now. Actually, I'm buying a bunch of companies. I don't know if you kept up with that, but I was looking at 3. Now I'm looking at 2. I'm gonna do a site visit tomorrow on the second one I'm looking at buying. My buddy and I had this conversation yesterday about how all of this, all of the Israel and Trump said this, Trump said that stuff is just distractions from the things that actually affect real Americans, and which is all of these policies that are either being enacted that are negative for us or not being enacted, like the cuts to foreign aid that didn't happen this morning. These are all distractions from that. And he was agreeing with me, and we were having this conversation back and forth. And he's like, politics affect normal people, and people should be able to earn a decent living. And I'm like, well, decent living is it means different things to different people, right? Like he makes about 200 grand a year, and he's like, he says he's barely getting by, but he spent like 80 grand last year just on, like, he bought a tractor to work his property. He did. I mean, he's just, he did a bunch of home improvement stuff and all that kind of sort of thing. And I'm like, I'm like, I know people that make $15 to $20 an hour, and I mean, they don't have a luxury life, but they are surviving. And I use the example of this glass company, right? Like, there are some people there that make really good money, like almost $40 an hour. And there are other people that only make in that company only make like $18 or $20. And the guys that make $18 or $20 an hour show up every day. They get paid. They go home. They do whatever, And my comment to him is that obviously they could make more money. They could go get a certification. They could work a little harder. They could, show some leadership and step up to run a crew. There are things they could do to make more money. The thing is I don't think they want to. I think they're happy to get their paycheck. They make enough money that they take the standard deduction on their taxes. They don't pay any taxes at all in income taxes. So they get a nice check at the end of the year, which is stupid, but it work. That's what they want. And, they're glad to have the work. And they're happy eating mac and cheese 3 days a week with, and not going out every night, and they don't go to Starbucks every day. And, their idea of like, like a, you know, like splurging is, stopping at Hardee's on the way to work and getting a store-bought sausage and biscuit instead of making one at home, And that's our idea of it. And, I don't see a problem with that. Like, why is it that everybody in America suddenly needs to, have 3 cars, 4 TVs, a 3,000 square foot McMansion? Why is that? So I'm curious. I don't know, but it's interesting. Of course, here there's no state income tax, so um, I don't know, Moonlight, if they got rid of income tax in Mississippi. I have no fucking clue. Why am I talking badly about you? I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. He actually makes the money. Don't let Kevin fool you. Kevin knocks it down. So
I think people get stuck in a cycle of kind of getting the wrong idea on like what wealth or what success is. And when they get like the wrong, like they get material things and stuff like that, that will ultimately leave you pretty empty. So when people are reaching out to think of like what their success might look like, I think that they get stuck and they decide that they don't want the things that success looks like because success isn't emulated properly to them. So with the way that YouTube used to be, maybe this is happening, to the Thorpes or to other creators. They don't imagine like what the good life is and how to incorporate it into like a good actual real life. It is a lot of infighting and being in YouTube and making money off YouTube kind of seems like a war that is exhausting.
Well, that's true.
And just trying to say something worthwhile or getting a good point across or giving a good message seems counterintuitive to some of the drama and stuff that's happening. So I do think that if people are stuck in like a cycle where they're not valuing themselves or they're not valuing the right things, I think the people who are successful have a responsibility to mentor what the success actually looks like. So if you are successful on YouTube, I do believe that you have a balanced lifestyle and you're happy. I do believe that you should stand above the noise and emulate what it takes to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different standard of success, right? Like I know guys right now that much like, and most of the people I get along with, they make decent money a year, or they've made a bunch of money a year. And they live simply, right? Like I don't live on I do not live in a like mansion or on a compound of some kind. I own a bunch of properties, but I don't have like this lavish, like I live in a development community, like it's decent sized lots, but they're not 5-acre lots or anything. We
totally ignore the guns in the background. He's not on a compound.
It's a it's just I don't I don't live like some people I know people right now that have $2 million homes on 5 or 10 acres. They've got outbuildings, they got all this stuff going on, and they're up to their eyes in debt, right? And that would be fine if it was debt that somehow made them money, but I just find it nicer to live simply anyway. I still eat Kraft mac and cheese. Not very often anymore, but my kids do. I do spend money where I think it's necessary, and I have a lot of toys. But even then, I'm not out buying, a bunch of weird stuff. I just find it interesting that if somebody is making, in this day and age, if you're making a couple $100,000 a year, why would you, why would you put your, why would you live beyond your means at that? Why would you not live a little simpler and just stack cash and make investments?
Well, there's traps there. And also there's
Sure.
also a duality of thinking.
Oh yeah.
Like I've actually been discussing this possibility, or basically like this worldview on Glenn, or where it was like a whole like what if scenario. And the what if is if all of a sudden all of the women in the world, or all the women in the country who had children and or participated in sex work at some point were suddenly independently wealthy, and what would that do to the economy? And when you plug in the possibilities of how women spend money, and what they invest in typically, and what it actually does is it creates a like a trickle, the flow up economy. Because what women would do if they were in like just automatically wealthy, the kids would go into private school. They would get all of the work done in their houses. They would likely buy the property. What they wouldn't do is what men would do, in which they would take their money to make more money.
It's
And
true, but they
yeah,
all claim they do. Literally on every fucking whatever.
right.
Every OF girl says,
They invest.
I'm
right.
making investments. I own real estate. I'm investing in this business. I have a clothing line coming out, and all this bullshit. And they're the same man. And they're like, well, I'm always waiting for Brian to say, hey, that's fucking great. So when are you stopping OF? You got all these investments. You're making all this money. Why don't you stop? I keep waiting for him to say that, because they'll be like, I can't stop. I got to pay for all this shit. It's not,
Right.
it's not profitable yet.
And that is the trap. So when I say I do feel like people who are actually are well off, and I don't necessarily mean wealthy. I mean people who are balanced, who are rich in the way that I see rich, who are rich in experience, rich in love, rich in family, rich in time, rich in resources, rich in friends, rich in all of the good things. Those are the people that I want to hear from in YouTube. Like, so what if you have 1 million properties? There's a lot of people who could be like you. I want to hear from the people who are rich in all of the areas that I want to hear from. And yeah, they'll say they're investing in designer bags. Isn't that wild? However, like when you think about it, though, the woman that does go ahead and invest in a designer bag, put the leather workers to work. And that's what I mean is like women are consumers, and also feminism and like is so tied to consumerism and the capitalist society, that if women suddenly had all of the money, you have to understand the boom that would happen through every single market. That would actually matter. Like, I almost think that Chicago roads would get repaired, and it would be wild.
It is.
And right.
I'm gonna expose Kevin here a little bit. So he says, I will sacrifice on the daily nickel and dime BS, but I don't balk much at making large purchases that are worthwhile. That is true. You guys don't know this about Kevin. I'm gonna out him a little bit here, just a little bit. It's not gonna sting much. But so Kevin, I know Kevin personally. We've known each other for years, and he a few years ago, much like myself, he put on a little weight and he decided to get rid of it. And he bikes. He road bikes. I'm pretty sure that the carbon fiber bicycle that he has is like $10,000. Like, it's the coolest fucking bike I've ever seen in my life. And he sold a bunch of things, assets that he had over the years. He sold them to buy a C8 Corvette. The brand new, waited 6 months for it. His first year, the first few hundred, he's got one of those. And Kevin's exceedingly careful with his money. Like, borderline me. He's very careful. He works hard. He's been self-employed for as long as I've known him, which is over 10, 15 years. He used to work a factory job, and he just one day decided that he was going to be in business for himself. And he had just gotten married when he did that. Now I didn't know him then. He told me this in a conversation we were having, and he's like, I didn't know I was going to make it. I felt like I could always go back to the factory if I did fail, but I thought I would make it. And he did. And he does very it's a very interesting way that he has done it. But he has kids. He doesn't have he lives in a house that I'm gonna guess that when he bought that house, it was under $100,000. It's just a guess, Kevin. You can confirm or deny. But it's probably worth way more now.
What's it like to have grid size up your wallet, Kevin? He's like, I know what you probably paid on this house, and I know what this house is worth now.
Yeah. And so he he rides an hour a day at about 20 miles an hour, 20 miles per hour. Like that's baller. Like Kevin sounds like a dumb redneck hick, but he is not. And he's educated himself very well. So, and he is like, he paid $90,000 on his house. I told you. That's funny. That's very
That's
funny.
insane. In 1990. Okay.
I told you.
A third of an acre too is nuts. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And now he's not mentioning that third of an acre is like this for a good chunk of it, but that's okay.
Oh, you know what? That just means he's graded for water. So
That's right. Zillow now values it at $240K. Probably so. But again, Kevin's a smart guy. He didn't make a little money and go out and buy a $400,000 house. He's been in that house 24 years. It's probably almost paid off, if not paid off. I'm just telling you, everyone should be more.
He didn't take out a home equity loan in like 2007. Then then you're fucked. But yeah,
paid it off in 2015.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, you're solid.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. People should strive to be like Kevin. And people all the time, people tell me like, well, you did it, but you're rare, you're weird. And I'm like, no, there's a lot of people like me out there. Be like Kevin, right? Don't be like what's the other one? It's Kevin, Bob, and the three minions that are. It's Kevin, Bob, and I forget.
Kevin, Bob, and what the hell is? I don't remember. You need to ask your kid.
Yeah, I do. My kids are in school where they belong.
Right.
But his name is Kevin. Well, he has two first names. So, he has his first name and his middle name are both first names. So it's very funny. So I make fun of him all the time. But yeah, and he survived in a very up and down environment where shops close all the time. Mm-hmm. So everybody should be more like Kevin. Moonlight, what about three first names? I know a guy named who we call him Triple Kevin because he has three first names, and it's Kevin. I think it's Kevin Michael Travis or Michael Kevin, something like that. And like, what the fuck? Jim Bob, there you go. Yeah, the three minions is Kevin, Bob, and I cannot remember the other one.
I'm gonna look it up now. It's driving me crazy.
Three first names may as well go in the exile. I like Moonlight. Moonlight's funny. And And she made fun of Jim Bob hard. She trolled Jim Bob so bad.
Stewart. Dave, Kevin, Stewart, Bob. So
Dave, Kevin, Stewart, Bob.
yeah.
Dave.
So it's
Dave,
Stewart.
Bob,
It's
and
actually
Kevin.
It's actually Kevin, Stewart, and Bob are the first three most familiar ones, but there is a Dave.
And then Dave, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Jim
So
Bob is
yeah,
so
everybody should be
underrated.
more like Kevin. And you know what's funny is everybody always tells me, no, you can't do it. You can't do it anymore. No, it doesn't matter. You can't do it. I mean, this guy's in business for himself. I mean, he works out of his house, right? He set it up so he can work out of his house. He does everything. He does everything. Again, Kevin's a smart guy. He's smart.
Whoa, you paid it off in 3 years? How?
Agropolis,
Yeah.
legit. Pay one off in 3 years is badass.
That's insane.
What? Lord of Pies? Didn't actually buy my first home. My dad stole my identity. Then he died and I found out I owned a home.
Nuh-uh.
No way. Wonder Dog.
That's awesome.
Come on. Come on. He bought the house in his name. Wow.
I guess, well, did your dad have like this? Are you a
Well, that
junior?
saves
I could
on
totally
the,
see that happening. Like if
that
you're a
saves
junior.
on the probate cost.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I mean, it's kind of bad. Oh, he paid it off in stock market dividends. Yeah. I have a friend that did that too. I have a friend of mine who made, so he bought Tesla at like $25 or $30 back in like, what was that, like 2014? Something like that. And he just never cared about it. He never sold it. It went up, it went down, it went sideways. And when it got to like $350, he sold it a share. He sold all of it.
Can you hit my question for Moonlight? I actually have an answer for this, and it's gonna fuck with your
Where-
brain. It's here. I'll show you.
Michelle, what's with girls reading those weird romance? Wow.
Do you want to know the truth?
Go right ahead.
Okay, hold on. We're going to make this.
Hurt my eyes.
We were indoctrinated from the time that we were young. It was Beauty and the Beast. I'm sorry. It was Disney. They did it to us. It was the Beast. Blame Disney. Okay?
Disney's the root of so much evil.
Blame Disney. You can't blame Canada. You have to blame Disney.
Can't blame Canada. Terrence
can't
and
do it
Philip.
anymore.
Terrence and Philip, though.
But yeah, that's why. It was Disney.
All Disney's fault. I see Ghost 1978 in here, and his alter ego is Phantasma. I see you there, buddy. I see you. Lord of Pie says his grandfather, father, and he all have the same name.
That would make sense then.
$5 comes in from Angel Berber. I'm 41, retired in California. That's impressive. Set my income, live low to the ground, have an adult son who is also married, a granddaughter, and take care of my father. It is possible. It's true. It's true.
We really need to take care of and I don't know, just really take care of and look after our caregivers in society. There's not going to be enough of them soon, and it's a noble thing to do. Not everybody will be able to have people to take care of them in the future.
It's true.
And yeah, it's I don't know. I've been thinking about that a lot, like as my parents get older and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's just been on my mind, especially watching Glenn go through what he's going through with his mentor. And I'm like, this is something that really needs to be focused on and brought to the front. And
yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing, right? Like it used to be that we planned for it, right? Like my parents, for example, my parents more or less set my brother up, my youngest brother up, so that he could take care of them in their old age.
Mhm.
And as they got to retirement age, they had, of course, they had set money aside for retirement and they lived very cheaply. My mom, I kid you not. Now, of course, it's just her now. My mom, her yearly expenses is $16,000
Mm.
yearly.
Wow.
Right. And, I mean, that's crazy, right? But it's what she spends.
Right.
And, we just did her tax, or she doesn't have to do taxes, but we made sure she didn't have to pay any taxes this year, which we knew she wouldn't. But, and my wife was shocked at how
Mhm.
little my mom spends. But, my parents, for my youngest brother, they had set it up so that he would be there. And they did him kind of dirty on this. They kind of kept him around the house a lot more. They didn't really encourage him to go out and get like a really truly great job and some other stuff, which ended up badly for him. But only because he really never matured out, right? Like he just never did. Um, and But he took care of them in retirement. Like once they retired, he made sure that they got to all the doctor's appointments. He did everything. Now it's my other brother and I, my middle brother and I, that do that. Now my mom, she drives herself pretty much everywhere, but occasionally she'll need help, and she'll call up and say, "Hey, I need to go to the eye doctor or something, and I can't drive myself there and back." And my brother or I will take care of it. My youngest brother passed away from alcohol poisoning, so he's not able to do that anymore. But I do think that one of the things that's interesting is people are living so long that that people don't plan for that. Like my grandmother lived to 104 years old, and her retirement ran out when she was like 85.
Right. Yeah.
So that's actually why I have things set up the way it is. I looked at that. I've watched that for a long time, and I determined that I would never, I never wanted to be in that situation.
Mhm.
So,
I think as we look at like our parents, like we're also like, I know I'm concerned, for my parents, and I think that there desperately needs to be this shift in like what family planning is,
Mhm.
and how there's been like, oh, don't have kids, and it's just like, um, sure, maybe don't have kids before you're ready. But family planning needs to actually extend through your life, and you need to think
Yes.
about the way that you want that to look for your life, and the way that you want your parents to be taken care of, and the way that you want to be taken care of. And so I think if we want to see better debates, better conversations, better content being made, we need to zoom out and think into the future of how we want things to look. Um,
Yeah.
so when you ask like what I've been up to, I've been zooming out and thinking about how I
Yeah.
want things to look.
I think that's a great thing. I mean, I don't actively think about it that much. It's just more, I thought about it so long that it became more of a habit, um, to do, right? And one of so let's look at the reasoning behind this, right? A lot of people in my generation didn't think we were going to live that long, right?
Yeah.
We were the generation where people, die. There was a lot of people dying in car crashes and drug
Mhm.
overdoses and alcohol poisoning. And I mean, when I was in high school, there was a kid who died on the campus over the weekend of alcohol poisoning, and they found him like Monday morning when people started coming to school. And there was, so we were there was a lot of apathy in my generation, especially of we're just not going to live that long. So what
Do you
planning
think
do we
do
do
you think that maybe that was on purpose?
on purpose?
Yeah, like, maybe that idea of you're not going to live that long, or the
It was
media that
certainly
you
part of the
consumed.
culture, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
it
if you
was
look
part of
at
the
the
culture.
movies of the time, you look at
Mhm.
the TV shows of the time. It was all about live fast, die young.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, what do you think they could have been pushing you towards if it life is so short? Is it? We're living longer than ever. That's clearly a lie.
Right. Yeah, well, and that was the thing is that everyone told us, we were the generation grew up that said, now the average age of people living into their 80s, and that's average. Like, I'm like, wow, that's a long time, and nobody that I knew could see us living that long. And if I look around at my peers, a lot of them have passed because of all kinds of cancer, accidents, felonious acts, all kinds of things. And it's a unique. I think my generation was kind of that first generation. It was like we're just not going to live that long. Plus, our parents are selfish bastards, right? So we were coming out of the boomers, and the boomers were all like, my parents weren't, but a lot of parents were like all about themselves, right? This is where they were going to have their retirement. This is where were thinking about, instead of thinking about buying a house big enough for the parents to be a part, to have a mother-in-law apartment or whatever for your aging elders. We were kind of the first generation. It was like, yeah, fuck those guys, right? And the boomers kind of put that idea out there, right? They were the template for that, and it's gotten worse now. If you ask a, just a like, I bet if we ask Moonlight, she's not even given a thought to taking care of her parents. She's probably not even thought about how she's going to take care of herself as she ages. So it's just an interesting dichotomy. We're all going to die of plastic, as I say that. That's funny. So
I can honestly see some sort of tampering, to the older population. Somebody's going to try it. They're going to try it, and all I can think is just like, not me, not my parents.
Well, I mean,
they're going to stay with me.
All of the things that we've been lied to about what are supposed to help us and make us live longer, but actually shorten our lives. Right? You don't eat salt.
You can't live without salt.
Not based in science at all.
At all, not at all.
Like high cholesterol. We're all going to die of high cholesterol.
People that live longest ate bacon like all their lives.
Right. My grandmother's 104, was still eat. I remember when she was 99, we took her to dinner at O'Charlie's, which is kind of a pub sort of place down here in the South. And she ordered like hamburger steak. And my mother-in-law, who's like, I think she was probably 62, 64 at the time, somewhere along in there. My mother-in-law freaked out that my, nearly 100-year-old grandmother was eating hamburger steak at her age. So, Angel Berber says cancer and stroke runs in the family. Both my dad and mom had strokes in their late 50s and early 60s. One of my younger brothers was killed, and other events that required duty to overcome. That's true. My grandfather had a stroke. Surprised I'm not dead from eating at O'Charlie's. What do you know about eating at O'Charlie's, Moonlight? You're not in the South. Come on now. Have you heard of crystals?
You know what I was craving the other day is a chicken sandwich from Zaxby's, and I have not had one since Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We do have Zaxby's down there.
I know, and I don't have it up here. I'm like, man, I gotta go for like one of those Zaxby's sandwiches.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing. I saw that Anson was saying that his retirement plan is to be a burden to his children. I'm not shocked. You're in North Carolina? I was in North Carolina a long time. We'll talk about that later. But I mean, I don't know. I think that we kind of wandered around a little bit here in the conversation, but I do think you're right. I think that a lot of people don't actually plan to take care of themselves, let alone their elders. And so it's very interesting.
Well, I think something that I've noticed and that I think is a good thing within social media when I observe it is that there is a definite and progressive push for like family elitism. And I think that is going to be key in getting people to think about those future things because you care about the things that you take in of yourself. And when you take your family as a part of yourself and you think about how you want your family to look into the future, you then take responsibility for that future. If you start thinking of family elitism, you want to know what makes your family better than other families. Not that, we all shouldn't progress to what families should look like together, but it starts with what you do every day. And so if you start thinking, how do I take care of my mom 10 years from now? How do I retire my dad in 15? Um, those are the questions that need to start happening now, especially as we advance and more careers go to the wayside and we upscale our workforce. And also as the dollar is continually devalued, we need to start thinking about ways to reinvigorate the working force and making those things have value again so that we're bringing value back to people rather than the corporations. And I don't know, just stuff I'm tossing around in my brain.
No, I think it is something because and also the thing with Thor lately has been an interesting thing as well because as much as it's interesting to me because as much as the red pill guys talk about planning and keeping their shit together and all of that, I'm looking at Thor and I'm like, wow, like this is he probably didn't see this coming, right? But I know, I mean, I know I'm going to have health issues at some point. I've done way too many stupid things in my life not to have health issues.
Right.
And so I'm preparing for that, So
I think he's doing, the right thing as far as like doing the fundraiser and preparing the best he can for his wife. And I think that that's
Yeah.
honorable and beautiful, and that really needs to be
Yeah, I think
recognized.
that's the way it should be. Yeah.
Speaking of which, guys, if you did not know about that, Glenn had hosted like a 24-hour fundraiser. You could still find the information and contribute if you want to for Thor
Yes.
and Missy in their continued care. That's just something we've been working on over on our side.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, well, we kind of bounced around quite a bit here today.
We did. I actually have to go because
You have to go?
I have to go. I have a call to jump on here in a few minutes. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was really good to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, are you going to be around more, or are you still on hiatus?
I will be around more. I will try. To, try to get me backstage or in Discord, get my attention there first. I'm not really focusing so much on lives too much.
Okay. All right.
But that's a good way to reach me if you are trying to reach me.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. And we do need to do some of those. Those aren't really skits. The thing that I showed you earlier. But I think you'd be awesome at that.
I think that would be a fun project. We should definitely discuss it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Because I always need something to cut to tell somebody to shut the fuck up or, take their head out of their ass or something. And that is great.
Yeah, I like it. We'll work on it more. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll go ahead and I'll leave you. And
all right. All right. Talk to you later, Michelle. That was Michelle, ladies and gentlemen. Michelle has left the chat. I mean, she hasn't actually. She's still here, but she's left the screen. So, at any rate, yeah. So, I think it is an interesting. I mean, certainly the thing with Thor, but I've been watching this happen over and over the last couple of years, where people. This is going to sound harsh. I don't mean it to be, but it's going to sound harsh, right? And what happens is that when you don't prepare for your future, And when the things happen that we all know are going to happen, and the only thing you can do is throw yourself on the mercy of your peers and community, that seems like a bad plan. I get it if something unexpected happens, right? You have a car wreck, something like that. But I've really tried in my little world to have a plan, right? I have a lot of assets that if something happened to me, well, first of all, I have everything put into a trust, and everything in the trust goes to my son, right? So there's no probate, there's no question about who gets what or anything like that. If he needs, if there's money that needs to be available for something happens, and there's just no money, which would be weird. But if it did, there are things there are assets that can be sold to raise money. And I think it shocks me how few people think this way. I mean, that's a plan. At least you've got a plan. But I mean, this is something that people need to think about. You gotta kind of put your head down and grind away, but also you got to do that plan ahead thing. If you don't do the plan ahead thing, you're probably going to have a bad day. You just are. So, or somebody's going to have a bad day. It could be I see it all the time. I know of a house right now that should go to a family member, but is probably going to get auctioned off because there's no will. There's no decision making as to what is supposed to happen to the house or anything like that. So this is interesting. We'll talk about this Arctic Timberwolf. We'll talk about that in a minute. But one of the things I think is that I think a lot of careers don't prepare people for actually planning for shit to go wrong. I'm gonna take something from my career, something that was said quite often, and that is that every day is one stripped bolt from being a bad day, right? Or one broken bolt. There are various versions of this. You get down to the last thing, and then all of a sudden it, doesn't work. You got to tear the whole fucking thing apart. So let's see, what kind of plan do I have? So I actually have an interesting perspective on this. Welcome, Raging Tomato. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So back when I was racing and back when I, on the race team, especially with younger drivers, I'd have to have this conversation about safety equipment and use of safety equipment. And the idea that what we're doing is relatively safe, but people can actually get hurt quite badly playing with race cars. And I used to tell people, we have the safety equipment for a reason. You need good safety equipment. You need to, I understand you feel like you're invincible. You're young, you're in a race car. You've probably hit the wall a couple of times and walked away without a scratch. So you feel invincible. But the reality is that if you don't use the safety equipment properly, if you don't know how to use all of the things in the car properly, then things happen. Now, here's the thing. Let's say that let's just say that you do get involved in a crash. You're wearing a driver suit that's out of date, or you're not wearing your Hans device. Mostly it's about the Hans device. Everybody hates a Hans device. They're not using it correctly, right? You're not using your safety equipment correctly. You don't have the belts tightened properly. You're just lazy. You're too excited, or you're too focused on being cool that you forget to actually use the safety equipment properly. So the tragedy is not that you crash the car. The tragedy is not that you die. If you die, if you crash a car and you die, then we all mourn, right? And we grieve and we move on with life. The real tragedy is when you live, but you live as a vegetable, right? Because you didn't wear your Hans device properly, and you have a basal skull fracture, and you're paralyzed from the neck down, or you did not understand how the seatbelt release works, or the fire system works, or whatever, and you have third-degree burns over the lower half of your body because you couldn't get out of the car by yourself or quickly enough. They couldn't reach you quickly enough. In either or both of those cases, because both things can happen at the same time, you are now, in the case of a paralyzation incident, you're not only is your career over, but everyone that you love and care about now have to take care of you. All the people that, and remember now, most of the time when we're talking about race car drivers, we're talking about type A guys that take care, they take charge, they take care of their families, they take care of business, they take care of everything, right? They are the guy. That's what you get in racing. You get a lot of that. So think about being the guy who all of a sudden has to be taken care of 24 hours a day by the people that love and care for him. I used to tell him, imagine your beautiful wife having to change your fucking diaper, having to literally wipe your ass because you can't do it. Having to, bathe your sores, or your burns every night, and put things on, or put the medication on, and rewrap your bandages every night. Think about that. Think about, you not being able to feed yourself, all because you're too stupid to plan ahead and do things properly, right? You're too stubborn. You don't want to do it. Or maybe you're just too excited and you don't think about doing it. And it's the same thing with retirement planning. It's the same thing with financial planning. It's the same thing with all of your planning in life. You get in what you put out, or you put out, you get out whatever you put in, pardon me. And at the end of the day, if you can't do it, if you're not willing to do it, then you're going to suffer the consequences. And more than likely, the people that you love and care about are going to suffer with you, which probably explains why so few people actually love and care for people anymore, because they intrinsically don't want that to happen. It's an interesting dynamic, right? So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's and it's the same thing. Look, it's the same thing in retirement. It's the same thing for everything else. Moonlight, did you catch the debate between me and Average Debate Enjoyer? Or Michelle, did you see that? I would love to know what you guys think about that. Okay. I haven't watched his side of it yet. What did he say? I'm very interested in that. A better debate. Why doesn't Anson Knowles actually debate? Yes, even with planning, bad things happen, but it's on you if you don't even do the planning, or you're negligent in the planning. It's on you. Oh yeah. Did I? That's awesome. That's awesome. Welcome, Chris Lestrange. I haven't seen you in a while. You're welcome to come up if you like. Go over to the waiting room and pop in. I was just curious what he was saying. What his remarks were about the debate on his channel. I can watch it myself. I felt like I was doing pretty well. I thought it was interesting that my opposition conceded every single point that that I that like he made all the points, right? He like culture, the financially, militarily, all of this stuff, and every single point he would concede. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Like, whatever. That was very funny. Go to the shed and go into the waiting room, and Ahmad will get you the link. I am. I didn't know that. I did catch him in a couple of fallacies. That's true. Well, multiple fallacies, actually. I think my Oppo had to drink to get through. No, pardon me. My Oppo was smoking a bunch of pot to get through his debate. Get through. I'm shocked that Imperius hasn't already been on. Usually Imperius is, especially when Michelle is on. Usually when Michelle is on, Imperius is like right here. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Imperius, I don't think can actually debate. I think that he can debate, but he just gets too wound up and can't stay focused. What's up, Josie? You can come up too. Go get the link. Go get the link. You think you left him in the basement? That's great. Oh, he probably is. It's true. That's awesome. That's awesome. That is freaking cool. I 100% believe this. Look, the thing is that I did let him up the following night, and he had a great time, and he behaved himself, which was good. He is very funny. He is very funny. Guys, if you want to be on the show, if you want to come up, just go over to the shed. That's my Discord. There's a tab down there that says waiting room, and you just go in there and say, hey, mod, give me a link, and they'll give you a link if we know who you are. He doesn't actually have a channel, but I think it's Imperious Act of Valor or something like that. Somebody just Discorded me. There we go. It's funny because I was actually thinking about Josie the other day, so this is hilarious. No. That would be. I thought it was Imperious Acts of Valor. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Weird. You watch him on everybody else's channel. He's probably over on Chaotic Truth right now, spurging out. Michelle's in a polygamous relationship. Just FYI, in case you didn't know. Waiting on all these people to come up. Nobody's here. Yes, she is actually. I thought you knew things. Imperious probably is not even online. It doesn't look like Chaotic Truth is online, and that's his favorite place to hang out. So, where's Josie and Chris Lestrange? Where's the bearded folk hero? Yes, I sent Josie the link, or at least I think I did. They may be setting it up. Well, I mean, Chris will be set up, but Josie may be setting it up. Pardon me. I mean, it's kind of true. Kind of true. Yeah. I don't know though. How is the bird? Is the bird still the thing? How long did those birds live anyway? Well, it's just me up here. $25 years. You gave me. All right. 25 years is a long time. 25 years is a long time. Josie is in the house. What's new?
Hey, what's good? I was gonna ask you the same thing. Is my sound okay?
I have been busy. Just doing stuff.
Same here. Yeah. Is my sound okay?
Sorry?
My sound is okay?
That's a little low. I'll turn you up. Give me one sec.
Okay.
Was that better, guys?
I got new AirPods, so.
Okay, good. All right. So how have you been, Josie? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I thought I was gonna come say hi. I saw you
Yeah,
were
I'm glad
live.
you did. I see you pop up every once in a while, but it's always usually I just get a notification and I go there and it's like 6 hours old because I was asleep. So
Yeah, and same here, cause yeah, it's been I always have to be up like super late. So
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the show again, John Mosman. How the hell are you? You're a good guy. Yeah. So how have you been, Josie? I actually was thinking about you the other day. I was this thing popped up in my um whatever in my just stream thing, whatever. But it was you and Kat and Beaten Cheeks and someone named AK or Angela something or whatever her name was, and she was kind of freaking out about something. Feed, thank you, Feed.
It's been a minute. I don't even remember that. Was it on Twitter?
No, it was on YouTube. It looks like it was, or maybe, yeah, it had to have been on YouTube, and it was you, Cat, Cheeks, and this other person who I don't know, but you guys were, and the girl I didn't know was spurging out, so I assumed that, I assume that
It's
she
gotta be
was.
old. I think I know what you're talking about. That shit is old.
Yeah, I'm sure it was
Oh
old.
man. I gotta go stop by to say hi to Kat too. I haven't talked to her in a while. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. Stop by and talk to Cat.
Yeah.
But the I think that girl was on whatever at one point.
Probably. Angela?
Sure. I don't know. AK with that. It was the initials were AK, so it could have been Angela. I don't know. And so anyway, yeah, it's like a year old. I think. I don't know why it popped up in my feed. But it did. I get a lot of weird crap in my feed now.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank God you didn't watch it. You would have laughed.
I would have laughed.
And
What were you guys talking? Yeah, I didn't. And the thing is I didn't have my volume on, so all it did was like I was scrolling through my feed, and I keep the volume down because a lot of times I get my kids around and my wife's around, and I don't want them hearing a bunch of people screaming at each other. So
right.
Angela Knight, R. Allen saying night.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, R. Allen. But anyway, so I think somebody actually mentioned her on my show the other day. That may be why it popped up. And now I can't remember what that was. Yeah, I don't remember what it was referenced to. But anyway,
No, you would have
so
laughed at the quality of my super terrible webcam back then.
okay.
So, so I'm glad you didn't watch it.
So Kevin, so I kind of outed Kevin a little earlier in his $10,000 or $8,500 carbon fiber road bike that he gets his exercise on, and he now says I'm now obligated to question Josie about her bike investment.
I just
I
got a
don't
new
think.
one actually.
I'm sorry.
I just got a new one actually.
It's what actually?
I just got a new one.
Oh, you got a new one. Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
That was new bike day 2 days ago for me.
New bike day.
Yeah, it's like new car day for you.
I never buy new cars.
No, but like new car day, like when you build a car and you finally get to like
Oh, I got
drive it to race
Yeah.
it. It's like the little excitement.
Okay. Yeah. Moonlight, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Fun fact, my 14-year-old is taller than me now. Fun fact. He's like 6 foot tall. 6 foot 180.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like he got all the best genes from me and mom. Like, it's like, you know.
Well, that's good because I got all the bad genes from mom and dad. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not true. I've had the athlete's genes. Natural 64 VO2 max. Can't complain about that.
I'm wondering where Chris Lestrange is. Did he fall off the earth again? He has he's in South Africa, so he might be having internet problems. So
This one's the time zone, you know.
I have no idea what time it is there, but he came in and was like, "Yeah." So what have you been
I
doing, Joe?
mean,
I haven't seen you stream. I don't I've seen you do the things to help Glenn out, which by the way is admirable. And I gave you a shout out as being you know, no matter what anybody says about you, you're one of the first anytime somebody has a problem, you're one of the first people to be there. And I think I even commented that you had like a really big heart or something. So
I think I
anyway,
appreciate that.
yeah. So what have you been doing? Have you been doing any streaming? Are you creating content? Are you just kind of chilling? What's up?
I've been working for the guy you love, Myron Gaines, actually.
The guy what?
No, I'm just being sarcastic. So the guy you love.
Oh, yeah. I'm not really a big Myron fan now.
Yeah, but he's been like streaming a lot. We're exhausted.
Okay. Are you doing
So
clips or something?
no, I literally directly speak to him, and like a lot of the back end stuff, like I've done for you,
Mm,
basically.
sure.
Um, I like the Department of Efficiency, but not Department of Stream Efficiency.
There you go.
I worked with Broski and Jake. They're good friends of Vikings. Just we haven't seen Vikings. I was asking to Jake actually, like, did they ever fallen out with Viking? He's like, no, he's helping um Thor write his book. I was like, okay, that makes sense actually. But no, man, I asked Myron to help out Thor, and he actually did. So
Oh, that's
that
legit.
was nice of him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't really I know that Viking said he's been going through a lot of stuff too lately, so I didn't ask. So he was in the chat the other day, which I hadn't seen him in forever.
Yeah, I'll slide in his DM, see how he's doing. I like to check on the guy once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
But no, it's like the environment, like the fresh and fit environment is like everyone is like people are super, super, super chill. Just they all say like, oh, Myron is so like misogynistic, they hate women and all of that. It's like it's such a lie.
Hmm.
Like I mean, yeah, okay, I get cooked in the chat, but it's like, okay, what's new? Like I've been cooked in that Discord since like 2021. Like I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it's like bring something to the table and nobody roasts you. It's almost like it's almost like it's a merit-based thing.
Did you
Hey,
sort things out with Brian at all?
yeah, a while back.
Okay.
It's funny. He had a TikTok. I forgot to tell you about that. Okay, like buckle up.
I'm
He
good.
he had a tick he had a TikTok live, and because I was streaming at the same time, the guys were like, "Oh, you should request. You should request." I'm like, all right, all right. He's not gonna bring me up. Y'all fucking silly. Motherfucker brings me up. He's like, "I'm gonna regret this," but and then I get a notification to say you're on. Fuck, that wasn't supposed to happen. And it was about um his live on TikTok was about the disagreement that he had with the show. And I had a disagreement.
Hmm.
And I knew he was dying to address it. And I was like, well, I wouldn't want to derail the live stream. So if you want to squash this out in the DMs behind the scene after, that's fine by me. I'm just here to address the question. I'm here in good faith. Of course, he couldn't freaking help himself. So, long story short, we ended up talking it out in front of everybody, which is fine. I mean, content is content. I respect the hustle, right? And turns out he said that we're good if I make a geisha costume and submit a bow video, that he's gonna forget about it. I said, you know what, that's fair. Deal.
Did you do it?
No, I still need to do that. I said I have to make the cosplay.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right.
The sewing and everything, because I sew.
Right. Well, you've missed out a lot on my show because the other night, first of all, Brian was on the other night for almost an hour,
Nice.
which
That's
he never
cool.
does, but he must be chilling or something. I don't know. There's some other things.
You must have not sent the super chat in a while.
Well, I haven't actually been able to watch the show, and
There you go.
it's weird because I kept telling people that, that like year or whatever, it was just like I could only do that because it kind of mapped out in my schedule to where I could watch a show live. And before that, I could only watch a show the next day because I just have things going on. And since August, I think my schedule has kind of reverted back to the other schedule where I have so much going on. And really the thing right now is that I have Sunday and Tuesday are the only 2 days I don't stream. Sunday because I almost always have activities with my kid on Sundays, whether it's soccer with the little guy or shooting with my older son, and then just and Sunday dinner and all of that. So just and I got to my kid has a real problem getting his homework done on time. So Sunday nights have become just beat my son up until he does his homework, and then I go to bed and I have to get up and I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning, right? So Tuesday nights is like that's pretty much the night that my wife and I kind of have to ourselves. The kids go to bed early because they both have to go to school, and we just kind of we can chill. So it's not that I don't want to watch it. It's just that it's not the schedule just isn't possible, and so.
I mean, it's like a 6-hour show. There's 24 hours in a day,
Cannot watch a 6-hour show. Like it's crazy. I can't do that anymore either. Cause like, even like if I wanted to watch, like all right. So I was on the show last night for like 45 minutes to an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And that was only because my wife passed out for a little while and just went to bed. She hasn't been feeling particularly well. And she went to bed a little bit early. I was like, all right, cool. I have this, I have some time. And I watched the show for like an hour. I sent a single super chat and I went to bed. So
I'm just gonna address the chat. I'm not drunk, chat. I literally just woke up. I'm still in bed with the dogs. That's why I don't have my camera on.
Angel Gerber says it's a flashback to when it was just the two of us. That's true. Josie is a large part of the reason why I do this.
Yeah, and I'm still glad you do, actually. People enjoy it.
Yeah, it's come a long way for sure.
Yeah.
Please say, as the late great Colonel Sanders said, I'm too drunk to taste this chicken.
Too drunk to taste this chicken.
Michelle's hilarious.
Say what is chicken bake, Ricky Bobby? I'm filling out the chat request.
Moonlight is hilarious. Moonlight's going to be on the show tonight. So normally I debate Monday nights, but the debate the debate prompt they put out is absolutely mind-numbingly stupid and dumb as fuck at the same time. So I told him I'm not gonna debate with them tonight. So instead, we're gonna have Moonlight on. I'm gonna do a Moonlight special, and we're gonna have Moonlight on. We're gonna talk, and I'm sure the show will be great. My dog is literally whining outside the door right now. Can you guys just carry the show for a minute, Chris? I hate to.
Yeah. No problem.
Carry the show for a minute. I gotta go let my dog in the house, and apparently everyone's.
Yeah. Go get him. I got it. Yo, okay, so like, here's the thing that I noticed. I started to do the Twitter Spaces a lot too, and it's so funny. I met some crazy people, but I will get to that afterwards. Like it made me notice how people are so freaking sensitive on the YouTube debates. Like, did people really cancel Mel Pandora for throwing romaine salutes in Vegas? I don't know nothing about that story. I feel like I missed not only one episode, but like a whole season. However, I'm like, I kind of glad I took a little break off YouTube because like I throw romaine salutes on Mondays. Like I do stupid shit like that. I'm the chick who wore a fucking clan outfit for Halloween. People are getting canceled over romaine salutes. What is going on?
What's that?
People getting canceled over romaine salutes? What is going on? Like,
that's funny.
Like, I'm like, are people such freaking pussified? Like,
oh
you
yeah,
get
everybody,
offended over words and signs? Like,
it's crazy. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So my dog, my wife probably let my dog out, close the door, dog can't get back in. So she will come out here and like bang against my door and sit out there and whimper until I go and let her back in the house. It only takes a minute, but it's annoying because all I have to do is just let her in. So whatever. Yeah, poor dog. It's not like she's hurting anything. She's a husky. She probably just wants to go sit on top of the air conditioning vent since it's all of 60 degrees outside. So, yeah, Josie does have a good sense of humor. Even when she's really pissed me off, I still don't dislike Josie. So
I appreciate that coming from you. That means something.
Well, you have really pissed me off a couple of times.
We have pissed each other off indeed, but it's okay. I think it's the two types of personality that tend to piss each other off when they work together.
There's nothing wrong with it. Chris, how the hell are you, buddy?
I'm good. What's up, Gred?
It's been a while. You were on a holiday for like a year or something. What was going on with you?
Nah, that was a week, Gred. I'm not even allowed to be off.
Seemed like a long time. Oh, Josie's gone. Oh, Josie was on her phone probably. She'll reconnect. Go ahead.
I was on holiday for a week, Gred. Can I not just take a week from the internet? But I appreciate
it. Did seem like a lot longer.
Oh, okay. No, because weren't you on one of the Nerd Zone streams with us? You came to nerd out with us.
I did.
Some nostalgia.
Yeah, we talked all kinds of old sci-fi.
Yeah, have a bit of fun with the boys. Well, the girls too. Yeah, I think that was probably the last, and then I don't know when last. I saw you as well after the whole VK thing before holiday, and then it's good to be back, nevertheless.
Yeah, it is. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, Arakar Oak. Arakar Oak. I forget. I can't remember how to say that. Welcome. It's good to see you. I don't normally see him during the day, so that's awesome. That's awesome.
He says he can't read.
What's that?
He said in the chat he can't read.
Oh, okay. What's with all these accents? Foreigners. They're foreigners. Chris is legitimately African. I have an African on the show. Show some respect.
I'm some Russian on panel too.
I'm more African than some of the black people you guys got over there in America. I'm 7th generation African.
I was gonna say something, but you mean the Watermelon Warriors?
The Watermelon Warriors? No, but I have heard of the Come Warriors of Papua New Guinea. I've heard of them. Angel Berber says, I disagree with Josie here and there, but she is the original here, like it or not. And she is a based French Canadian living in California, which is weird. So,
right. Do things differently.
Mike, Naomi, Mike, I'm sure loves your accent, but that's as far as I want to go with that. You guys keep your private lives private. That's what I'm saying.
Have you spoken to Andrew recently?
Andrew? Yeah, I talked to him.
Recently.
Like in the last 24 hours now.
No, I mean like week or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Why? Did you think
Just wondering if it's... No. Just wondering how Rachel's doing.
I think Rachel's doing okay. $4.99 from Moonlight. Hi, Chris. I like how you guys play basketball, but you vote terribly.
Yeah.
You African. Well, he's an Afrikaner. He's a boor. He's a boor. He's a boring boor, actually.
I'm a boy, but yeah, I don't know, bro. Black people in Africa don't really play basketball, so I mean, I'll take it, but
they play soccer.
Play soccer.
They don't even pronounce the R.
They don't really play a lot. They're not fans of games.
There was this really great skit I was watching the other day. I don't know who did it. It was fucking awesome. I need to replicate it. And basically, it has this guy, and he's like, hey, for just pennies a day, you can send money you can send support for African children. $30 a month buys a child an AK. $50 gets him a rocket launcher.
Yeah, go donate on my stream. Fred, they must go donate on my stream. Help the African child.
Maybe we should start doing that in Gaza or something. I don't know.
And it's like and I'm like, yeah, they get to protect what do they call them? The lost children of Africa or whatever they call. I don't know what they call them anymore.
But
so they're too busy getting
how do you get away with all that cool stuff behind you?
I don't touch it. They're too busy getting AIDS. That's harsh.
That's rough. Disavow. Illegal. Foul on the field. Yellow card.
The yellow card.
Josie, it sounds like there's fucking demons coming through your microphone. Are you hot-wired in through a fucking Ouija board? What's going on over there?
That wasn't me.
It was you. It was the monkeys outside playing in the hallway.
Bruh, Grid, the monkeys are so unreliable with my fucking Wi-Fi. They forgot to pay the hippopotamuses for access again. So now, gotta work with the ostriches. They gotta deal with the elephants. It's all
You're in the wrong part of the Africa for that, though.
No, I'm not.
No?
Cape Town has some wildlife reserves. Where I come from is like Lion Farm and Wildlife Valley. But now where I am, it's more, city, big city.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Josie, that laugh was crazy. So Moonlight will be on tonight. Hang on, I gotta check the time. Unfortunately, I have to. We have another hour, but I have to literally at 3:00. I got to hard out because I have to head and my son has practice today, and he doesn't. So it's a stupid thing. Years ago, they started the Sporting Clays team at his school. They have a range on campus. This is how stupid this is. They have a range on campus. It used to be that just like the kids that play baseball could bring their bats and other assorted things on the bus, they just had to stick it in the compartment under the bus.
Yeah.
They used to be able to bring their guns to school. They're shotguns because they have to have them for practice. They just needed to be in the case underneath the bus, and then in the storage compartment. And then when they got there, they took them from there to the admin building, and they would get put in the vault for the day until practice time. Pretty much just like they handle the baseball bats, because the baseball, when you get to campus, you have to take the baseball bats to your locker or locker room or whatever, the sports room. You can't walk around school all day with a baseball bat and hanging out of your backpack. And the same thing with a shotgun. But
Yeah,
now
it
it
used to
was
be
in the
like that
student
here
handbook.
too.
Sorry?
It used to be like that here too in South Africa as well. We also had shooting at school.
Yeah. So, well, they still do because he has practice today at school on the campus at the school's shooting range or Clay's complex, but he can't take his shotgun to school on the bus anymore.
So they have a school shooting team.
Even though it's in the student handbook that he can do that, they now say that they can't do that. And so I now have to take his shotgun to campus. It'll stay there all week in the vault, and then they have a competition this weekend. And so Thursday, either I'll have to drive up there and get it, or they'll have to make arrangements for it to somehow be transported to the shooting match. But it's really ridiculous where it used to be pretty, like, it wasn't a big deal. Now it's the last year it's changed. Last 2 years it's changed a lot. Pretty stupid, especially here in Tennessee where everybody carries a gun. Literally everybody carries a gun, and it's whatever. But that was just a little sidebar. It's just stupid. What's up, Jess White? I see you sneaking in down there. I see.
Yes. Our based Australian friend.
Yeah.
Allegedly
Australian, allegedly based, allegedly whatever. I don't know.
He's based.
I'm not really sure what we're alleging. What are we alleging?
No, it's their British grid. Australia.
Oh, British. I gotcha. Okay. So Josie, what have you been up to besides helping Myron? Anything cool and exciting?
I've been focusing on growing my X account more. Doing a lot of work around the house. Well, I've got 2 shitheads to take care of too.
You have another
he's
dog?
doing a lot, but yeah, he's doing a lot better. A lot of improvement. Because his leg was.
Your mic is freaking
Dude,
out.
100% you're calling in from a Ouija board or a fucking pack of tarot cards or something. There's something going on over there.
Let me try to put both headphones on. If not, I'll just get on speaker.
It is like a weird feedback.
Yeah, but it sounds like a dude, like
at the end. Yeah, it's like basing out at the end.
Yeah.
Is it better?
Jess White, I'm doing very well today. Very well. The grift is a little low though. We haven't had enough grift yet. Need more grift.
Need more grift.
Need more grift. I'm even wearing my Crucible shirt to get more grift. Normally I've been wearing the Crucible hat, but I can't wear the hat and the shirt at the same time. It's too much Crucible. It's too powerful.
Too much repping, Grid. I see everybody
has powerful for my local environment.
Everybody has Crucible merch, and I'm like, damn it, I can't get Crucible merch because if they send it here, it's probably gonna get lost in the mail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the shirt and the hat came pretty quickly. The coffee mug came, but it was broken. It was just mispackaged or something. So they're sending me another one, and I also ordered a T-shirt at the in addition. So, but we do have to get the grift flowing. Agropolis coming in hard. Grift, baby, grift. $9.99. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Grid, so
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, because there was the audio cancellation, but if it's not good enough, I can just remove
that
my
sounds
headphones.
Miles better.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
it's
actually
the
like
audio cancellation of the app.
Yeah.
Yeah,
something weird was going on there, but it's good now.
It's Mossad, I'm telling you. No, I'm just kidding.
It's Mossad.
Damn.
Mossad
Grid, so are you gonna have Moonlight on? Is that chick?
I'm gonna have Moonlight on tonight. Moonlight, are you gonna cam up?
Because Grid, is that the chick that when you had Brian on, where she wanted Brian to sing a song and then he dipped before he
Oh,
could sing the song?
yeah. I think that's her. Yeah.
All
Oh, she's
right,
gonna
okay.
cam up, so it's gonna be a legit interview. You're not gonna bail like that chick from like the hippie chick, the hippie dippy chick did, right? You're not gonna rage quit.
That wasn't a hippie chick, Grid. That
Whatever
was
she was.
like liberal
Did you watch
arts.
that?
Yeah, I saw that. That was the one with the nice heavies, but annoying fucking world takes.
The nice heavies.
I like that.
Now that is Africana right there. That
Yeah.
the nice heavies.
The heavy mammies, bro. The heavy mammaries.
Yes, that was awesome. That deserves more grift because that was fucking funny as shit.
Yes, grift to Grid.
That's right. Please do. So what did you think of the conversation? And were you watching the chat? And did you think the chat went too far?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't watching the chat, Grid, because
Okay.
what happened was I caught the end part of it when you were chatting with Anson and with Brian.
Yeah.
And I went back to like watch a little bit because I kind of went back to see what happened with the rage quit because you mentioned it. So I was like, wait,
Well, I
let me
couldn't
see
tell
what
if it was a
happened.
rage quit. Now she came back she came back Saturday night.
Okay.
And she was sniping from chat saying that it was not a rage quit. How
That
could
was
she
a
rage quit when she just
That
left?
was a rage quit.
And I'm
You
like,
gave her the opportunity to come back. That was a rage quit. She could have spoken to Brian. Al's in the chat. You messed that up. Just take it.
yeah.
Just
I
deal with
did
it.
tell everybody there was a chance Brian was going to come on.
Yeah, but so
he
when
messaged me before the show and he was like, "Give me the link" or something like. I forget what he said, but it was like, I'm like,
yeah, and
all
I
right.
don't know if the comments weren't turned on or the chat or whatever, but I think when I went back to see what happened, I couldn't. The comments obviously, if they were there, didn't align with what was going on. So I don't.
Well,
I
we
don't
did
know
a
what
deep
happened.
dive on it Saturday night, and so the first claim was that it violated TOS, and that Cam, Cam the whatever,
Him the king.
Cam the King. Thank you, Cam the King. He normally he's fairly mild, but he was a little spicy guy that night.
He's hilarious.
What from chat? Was he
Yeah.
spicy?
Yeah, he was in chat, and he basically he said, now he did say some things that were spicy and maybe offensive to some people.
No
But they
shit.
weren't TOS. They didn't even really bump TOS, right? And
Cam said inappropriate stuff. No way.
I
No
know,
way.
right? It's crazy. On the internet? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So weird. So awful.
Dude, I'm so happy when he pops in my chat. I mean, it entertains the crap out of me.
Moonlight is hilarious. I can't wait to have her on that. Josie, you look like an alien in your pic.
Well, you look like an anon in the chat, so
And on, I make sure I'm offensive. It's funny. Michelle and Moonlight are awesome together. That's hilarious. Alzheimer's is life's post-nut clarity. That's funny. Is it really? It's 2 p.m. Moonlight. Thank you. I'm not on that weird Eastern time.
More Pacific, eh?
Central time. You're muted. You're muted, Lestrange.
The fuck, man. Sorry about that. Josie, do you cycle with that helmet you got on there in your profile picture?
I live with it.
That's just so it's not cycling, it's retard related helmet
It's
usage.
Jewish thing, don't ask.
Okay, that's fine.
You can't say that live, bro.
What? I mean, that's Grid.
No,
helmet isn't TOS. Helmet isn't TOS. Helmet isn't TOS.
No, that's comedy. That's for sure.
It's a Jewish thing to maximize insurance compensation. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Moonlight's raging. Chris took my joke. Chris, give me credit.
No, I refuse. I'll steal credit from you. I'm African. My credit now.
Nah, Moonlight said it before you because I got the chat in front of me.
So,
oh, really?
Anson's going to do a little white knighting here.
I'm behind.
I'm totally wrong. The chat was out of
where did she
line
say
on
it?
Friday. We went through that. Nobody thought that. Nobody thought the
What
chat
happened?
was out of line.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened? Recap.
Oh, so basically, the guest told a story about how she had been abused in her marriage and maritally raped, and there was like some literally the guy peed on her or something. I don't know.
Is that
what the fuck?
I killed Olgo?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
and
messed
so
up.
it was obviously an abusive relationship, and I was sensitive to that.
Messed up.
But Cam the King was he went hardcore. He's literally
like unnecessary where it's not funny anymore.
It was still. I mean,
it's still a little bit
funny.
funny.
Funny where you're I don't really want to laugh at this because that is.
That's rough.
Come on.
And holy God, Moonlight, gee.
No, that's racist. That's racist.
That's fired.
That's racist.
That's fired. Oh, that's.
If someone pees on me, there's a reason. There's a Second Amendment. I'm sorry.
Moonlight, straight to jail. Straight to jail for that. Straight to jail.
No, between the eyes. Right between the eyes.
More white knighting from. So I think Anson is hoping to get a close up and personal view of some fun bags.
I think Anson's
hardcore.
I think Anson's in the DMs, Grid.
He's just evil.
Anson's in the DMs, Grid. He's trying to arrange an in-person interview, if you know what I'm saying.
No, not Anson. He's not that crazy. I mean, he's crazy. Don't get me wrong. He's from Alabama, but he's not that crazy. He's not going to meet up with that chick in IRL. Are you kidding? That chick has tarp and a shovel in her trunk written all over her.
I mean, she and Anson can do crazy naked finger paints in her sunroom or whatever the fuck she has at her house.
Is it her sunroom?
Sunroom. Where the fuck did that come from?
Where did...
She definitely has some kind of fucking terrarium or what do you call it, a greenhouse. She grows plants in or something, I'm telling you. Or she keeps lizards in there or something, I'm telling you.
Keeps lizards?
They're getting ideas now.
I
think that's a reach, bro. I think that's
I mean, I want one of those. I want to grow bonsais in it. I'm not hating.
So where does that link to Brian?
Are you a pagan or a Christian?
No, I'm Christian.
Okay, all right. I just have to ask, man. I have to ask. You're from Africa, man.
No, most of
down there.
Remember, most of Africa is Christian, Grid.
I understand.
Yeah, most Africans are Christian.
I have to ask.
Like the white people and the black people.
Brian is not bringing me back there, trust me.
Yeah, that bridge has been burned, bombed, nuked from orbit.
I don't know if there's a
I think
demand for it. I'm sure he
casting
would.
aspersions on Anson, saying that he would actually meet that chick IRL. That is not that Is that a cat? Oh yeah. Chris has a cat.
Meow.
I thought Josie had finally become a crazy cat lady.
Meow.
Sorry, Grid. That's my co-host, Deaf Cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a dog lady.
It's a thing on my channel.
Dog lady.
Sorry about that.
Where is Kissy Cat? Kissy Cat's not in here.
No, I'm sure Brian would bring me back if there is profit to make off of it, just like anything else. But
well, he's a cat.
He's brought crazier people back on, and there was a monetary reason.
He brought that chick that put her butt on Andrew back.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's anything for clout, but I respect the hustle, so
Yeah. Moonlight. Josie was on twice, maybe 3 times. Year and a half ago.
And Brian and I've done shit together too, like some content on the side too, and I've done. Yeah, so it's. We haven't talked since like the holidays, I think. That's the last time we spoke. But yeah, it's just there was also like they were trying to set up collab with Myron, and let's just say that the team wasn't too impressed with his work ethic. You know how he doesn't reply. I told Myron, I say, just say, hey, there's this clip of this chick talking shit about you. Watch how quickly he's gonna go. Timestamp? Question mark. If you want him to reply, just say that.
Who is very forgettable? What? I missed something. I like turn my head to look at my other screen for like 1 second and then.
Grit, I think Moonlight is ripping on Jess or on Josie. Josie.
Oh, Josie.
Sorry. Yeah.
Josie's very forgettable. I don't know.
Because she didn't remember her from whatever.
Oh no, you would remember Josie from whatever. Josie was very outspoken.
I remember Josie.
No.
I saw
She was an
on there
angry Josie.
Well, yeah, that night, because that bitch was pissing me off. And you know what? She's one of those who leaked one of the Coomer Gremlins, quote unquote, victim nudes, apparently. So, you know what? I was in the right for dogpiling on her. She wasn't nice behind the scene either. She was even worse.
Oh, Pixie?
No, Erin. That fat bitch.
Fat bitch.
Erin.
With the glasses. Ugh, she's insufferable.
I've been trying to get a debate with Erudite or not so Erudite.
Fuck Erudite. Fuck that bitch. Sorry, she's fucking annoying.
Hey, that chick.
That's why it will make a great debate.
Her tone of voice. Her tone of voice is so condescending. Like it's like, bitch, shut up.
I mean, she is annoying and her takes suck, and she's possibly also not very intelligent. But I mean, she's cute at least, so it's fine on screen.
No, she's not even cute. She's not even cute. She's smitten.
No, Erudite is not cute. Like, did you see her on the Tomato?
Oh, when Jim Bob told her he wants to fight her.
Oh man, she looks so haggard. I told Brian the other night, I'm like, dude, I don't know what he has for studio lighting, but it is magical. Because the first time I saw Erudite, it was on Brian's show, and I was like, oh, she's not bad looking.
Attractive.
Yeah, reasonably attractive young lady. Whoa, she's fucking haggard, dude. Like, my God. Yikes. Like, how old is she?
It's the overexposure.
What century was she born in? Like, I'm trying to understand what happened. Like, that lighting, the lighting in Brian's studio is grade A quality lighting because, wow. Because in her own lighting, she looked literally.
We've heard this multiple times from Andrew, right? They always look better on the screen than they do in person. And on the whatever topic, I see Phantasma says, I love Gorlock. Listen, I love Gorlock because it helps to have Gorlock as a scarecrow protecting my crops outside. How else am I meant to eat? How else am I meant to eat?
The only thing I have to worry about is Gorlock eating all of your crops.
No, Gorlock's fine. I feed her chicken bones, and then I have a chain, so it can't get to the crops. But it protects from the crows, Grid. I gotta love it. It protects my food.
I got you. So have you heard the various does body count matter arguments lately, Josie?
Well, I mean, it's kind of an old argument, but yeah,
they're really interesting. They're very interesting positions that people take on it.
Yeah, like my position that I took on it was, you mean like confirm killed or target hit? That was my argument on it. That was my rebuttal. Because I mean, sometimes like from long distance, you can't see, you can verify if they're still breathing, you know.
That's true.
And Brian thought it wasn't funny, but what was it that Nick back then was laughing his ass off when I said that on the show.
Why are all his producers named Nick?
It's a popular name.
I think it's just he just calls them that so there's continuity. Like the guy's real name is Paul.
Yeah, because
the
he
purpose
swaps
of the
them
show,
out
your
a
name
lot.
is Nick.
Doesn't he swap them out a lot? Or maybe it's just criteria on the
He always has
maybe it's the criteria on the CV. You got to be named Nick. I don't want to learn a new name.
I seriously, I think that it could be Chris is now Chris Lestrange is now the producer, but on screen he is Nick. It's funny as shit because I think it's true. $4.99 comes in from Moonlight. Wait, Josie, your laugh is that laugh Myron has on his soundboard. Oh my God, the one that's like, ha ha. Is that true? Is there truth to that?
Probably maybe.
Maybe confirmed.
I blame Mo. Blame Mo. Now those guys, they're nice. I don't know what's with the bad misogyny rap. Like everyone's chill.
Misogyny.
Misogyny is all a point of view, right?
It's a glass half full or half empty.
Oh, wait. Lawrence R comes in. I saw you come in. I wasn't able to say hi. Lawrence R says, Grid, imagine if Jim Bob was married to Erudite. Josie, what would that be like?
Violence.
That's a hell of a hypothetical right there.
Violence. I think Jim Bob would snap.
Jim Bob would have one of those like you guys make out of the raccoons with the tail, the hats. He would have that one of Erudite. Just like that.
He would put her to work, exploit her annoying voice as much as he can for some voiceover, but I think he would end up slapping the fuck out of her. Maybe I'm just projecting.
Who was it that just the Furby. Have you seen the Furby and Jim Bob interact? Oh my God.
Jim Bob gets mad. Jim Bob gets mad.
Jim Bob and he's not even like losing his shit. He's just like ready to fight. He goes from being like relaxed, chill to like, I want to kick your fucking ass. Like right then. Like he just does. It's just boom. Instant.
But Grid, let's be real. You two and the Furby. It's like you can count on a watch. Like under a minute, you two start yelling at each other as well.
I don't yell at the Furby that much anymore, but the Furby starts yelling at me, and I just have. Yeah. You have to yell at the Furby because the Furby just keeps amping up in volume. like the Furby has no off button.
The Furby's only chilled on my panels. Like I've seen when I have the Furby on my panels, I get it to be mellow.
The Furby used to mellow out, but the problem is I think the Furby is like deeper and deeper into its psychosis, or maybe its meds are fucked up. And it just literally like there's something wrong with that Furby. Like somebody needs to get a new Furby.
Yeah. Did you guys watch the debate that Gary had with Andrew? That was on the Fresh and Fit panel.
So what's that?
Did you guys watch the debate that Andrew had against Gary on Fresh and Fit?
Yeah, that was hectic.
Andrew was remote.
No, I don't think I have seen that one.
That was the one where he was
Andrew's debates because he debates the same time I'm live, so I don't get to watch.
Josie, that was the one where he was just like ad homing and attacking Andrew, Rachel, his kids. Like that was
was that Gary, the numerology guy?
Yeah, dude, he was just fucking going.
I've seen clips of that. That was that guy needs some help.
That's fucking low tier.
Yeah, it was. I ended up going. Like I confronted him about it, and I was like, "Why did you do that when Rachel wasn't even there to rebuttal your accusations? Like that was just so not cool." I kind of went up a little harder than that.
This is the fact. Anson Knowles likes to argue with fucking walls. I argue. He
I told
says
you it was.
I argued with Furby about whether his delusion equaled the flat Earth delusion. Was that broadcast? Can I watch that somewhere? Because I kind of want to see that.
I like Jim Bob.
I kind of like Jim Bob. I like Jim Bob more now than I did, but
Jim Bob's funny, Grid. Damn, if you watch his streams, he's a funny bastard, and his impressions are. He's Shapiro and he's Jordan Peterson are fucking chef's
Yeah.
kiss.
Yeah.
I mean, he could come up on a panel with a picture of Ben Shapiro with his impersonation, and we would literally fall for it.
Yeah. Most people would, and Peterson.
Yeah.
I love Jim Bob. He's a cool guy. He's really nice too.
The Furby, you know who we're talking about, right, Josie?
Yeah, Mel.
Melanie Cosmic Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was just talking to her a few days ago.
I'm sorry. The Furby came on. Jess says Furby came on her panel last week and was weird. We never get along, but he was nice and we had a decent conversation. I was sus as fuck because that never happens when I talk to him. Well, so this is the thing. I think the Furby does a lot of drugs. And I think the Furby can be like really chill. And then it just depends on when you catch him.
I mean, the hormones, like honestly, I can tell you as a chick here who deals with hormone fluctuation, that shit can affect you drastically.
That's a
So if
problem,
you take
right?
hormones, that can probably that probably has something to do with it.
Moonlight does not know who the Furby is. Here, I got you. I got you, bro. I got you. Stand by. Just bear with me one moment. I got this.
Phantasma, Jim Bob did hit 20K. He's a legend. He's a legend. I'm gonna have to do some videos for him. Did you hear? He's gonna go on whatever on Sunday. I was saying in his chat, I'm like, Jim Bob, how many of the 304s are you gonna challenge to a battle while he's there? And I want to know what the count is for how many rage quits we're gonna have because of him being there.
Oh, dude, let's be honest. Let's just be honest. There's like absolutely no chance that Jim Bob does not
definitely get a rage quit.
Yeah.
Definitely get a rage quit. I would put money on the fact that Jim Bob's gonna get a rage quit.
There's the Furby. I have been on Wrestler's panel a couple of times.
What the hell, Grit?
That's there's a for us. Yeah. So that's a Furby. This is why you guys need to add to my grift. This is why.
This deserves grift. This deserves grift. The hell.
By the way, thank you to Anson Knowles for this. He made that for me, and I can't get enough of it. It is fucking great. Wind goes out to Anson Knowles. Did I kill the chat? I feel like I killed the chat. Only one.
You know, like when you bring up the Furby.
Oh, that's funny.
I think, Grid, you've probably been on Resla's panel before.
I have been on Resla's panel a couple of times. The one time I went on there, he had somebody that was just crying like about, I don't know, just being a pussy. His life sucked or whatever. And I was like, shut the fuck up. And I think I originally I thought I may have pissed Resla off, but apparently I did not. So, you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I also made Resla mad last time I was on his panel. He gets mad quickly sometimes.
I don't think I don't think I
Who's
made.
Chris?
I don't
I
I
mean,
mean. I
like,
think I originally thought that I kind of made him mad, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I've been
No, I don't
back.
think he takes it too hard. He just gets pissed off in the moment, but I don't think it like bothers him afterwards.
I couldn't tell if he was pissed at me or the other guy, so I just assumed it was me.
I usually assume it's me.
Josie, what was your experience with the Furby? Lawrence R. would like to know.
we just talk about bike stuff.
Bike stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cycling stuff. That's
Cycling, yeah. Because when you said that originally, it sounded like you said dyke.
all. Oh no, cycling. That's all we talk about.
Yeah, I just
If
want to
you
make
do
sure.
cycling, I'm gonna hit you because you the fuckers that drive in the middle of the road, even though there's a bike lane.
Well,
10 points if you hit the
fairness, her
cyclist.
bike costs more than your car, so.
No, 10 points if you hit the cyclist
Not
grid. That's how
all
it
of them.
works, like GTA.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all cyclists are created equal.
Do you ride on the
Some of them are
pavement?
dumb. I drive a car as well. Some of them deserve to be hit.
Do you cycle on the pavement?
I
Or on
ride
the
in the
road?
bike lane. On the
In the
bike
lane. She lives in California, there's bike lanes everywhere.
Yeah, I don't
mean-
stand in the way of cars. Like drivers are like there's so many Asians who can't drive here. They don't even
Josie, your phone clipped out.
We lost her. Da, 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 da.
So Chris, what's going on with your stream, man? Are you doing much debating now, or what's up?
Was Friday. I was on Fatty's panel with Tom Foolery and Chaotic Truth, and yeah, we all got asked to go on there and do a white versus black debate, and then they forgot that I'm allegedly the white black guy on panel.
That's right.
so
You're the
I just-
Afrikaner.
Yeah, I just jump in each lane and give everybody shit.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So no, that was a good one. That was a good one. It was long, like 5-hour one, but that was fun. And then Nerd Zone Sundays as usual. And then this week, finally, after all of this time, me and Brick Show is gonna kick off. Because we're both Chris, so it's Chris's Brick Shit House. So it's me and Brick roasting each other. So that'll be more of a comedy and chaos situation. Okay. Yeah. Gonna do the lab where I'm in the workshop this week again, making stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we're gonna crack on this week. There'll probably be a lot of streams. Shit, I actually have to go, Grid. Now speaking of it, I've got another show I need to go on in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
So I can still stay for a little bit. Are
Yeah,
still
you
gonna be
should.
going?
Did you check out the debate that I had with Average Debate Enjoyer the other day?
I want to watch that.
With
You
Andrew,
mentioned
Andrew
it.
moderating it. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was cool. It was hilarious because it's the first debate I've ever been in where my opposition conceded every point to me. That was hilarious.
That was fun.
$4.99 comes in from Moonlight. Chris, do you have a baby with Smashley as well? It would be the African thing to do.
Who's Smashley? I've heard about Smashley. I don't know who that is. I don't have no babies.
Ashley actually watches this show sometimes, so she might even be in the audience right now. I don't know. Michelle
I don't know
knows
who that is. She sounds like a 304, and I don't play with 304s.
Yeah.
I can't count.
You can't count?
You
can't
It's
count.
not allowed here. No counting. Okay. Straight to jail.
Ashley St. Clair. Elon Musk baby mama.
Oh yeah, Elon Musk's my real dad, by the way. He left me here, the bastard.
The bastard, yeah. No, if Elon's your dad, you're the bastard because that's what he does. Is he makes bastards.
I'm number 27 or how many?
Number
I
27.
don't know how many brothers I have.
That's funny. I don't think Josie's coming back. That's okay.
No, the Furby took out Josie. One of us is next, Grid. She's sniping from somewhere. He's sniping from somewhere.
The Furby wants to debate me really badly, but I won't debate the Furby because it is absolutely it has never and will never debate in good faith. And so I just don't. I was shocked you debated the Furby, but I will.
I got the Furby to do a long debate with me on the pew pews, the shell chuckers on Cero's panel.
Yeah, but it was a bad faith debate. She never you know, the tomato did a good job of moderating that, but the Furby just never is good faith. It
Yeah,
did the
no.
same thing with Tiki. It did the same thing to you that it did with Tiki Tack.
Yeah,
With
but the thing is, I kept it cool
day
because
Go ahead.
I knew if you antagonize or anything, you gotta like manage the Furby. So I was like super mellow. I did none of my bloods. Like anybody that's seen me on Verbal Combat will know, I was super mellow in that debate. I just ran through the arguments, and it kept on bringing up the statistics, and I was just like, "Fuck your statistics." So
Well, it did the same thing with Tiki Tack, where day of it just sends you like 30 or 40 reference materials that you cannot um that you don't have time to vet, and then it just keeps referring to unvetted material. And I just have no so if I when I debate people, especially if it's going to which I've been debating a lot. um I like to debate people that are going to at least go through the motions of debating in good faith. And the Furby is the worst faced debater ever, and it always ends up making the everything about the Furby. Like I don't and like I don't care. So the Furby is bugged. Hey Josie, sorry, guys. Josie's phone is bugged. It's bugged, boys.
it's bug boys.
And and obviously the
It's
grift is bugged because there's not been any grift.
Grid. Josie's stream is bugged, but it's commonly more referred to as crabs.
Oh, ow. Could you
I'm
take that,
sorry.
Josie? I wouldn't do that. I would
I'm
not.
sorry.
I
I'm
wouldn't
sorry.
take
I had to do it. I had
I
to do
wouldn't
it. It
take
was
it from an
funny.
African guy.
That was funny though. Yeah, we got roaches. We don't got crabs.
Yeah. You have sand fleas.
We have bot flies, Grid.
That's
And
true.
and we send our bees over there, and everybody in America shit themselves. They're like the African hornets that came over. Oh, everybody got
I
mad.
thought those were from South America.
No, the Africanized bees that everybody was bitching about.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Yeah. Our insects aren't nice, Grid, and our snakes aren't
You
nice.
have the AIDS though. You created the AIDS. So do you know
And malaria, by the way, and
malaria?
malaria. We have malaria mosquitoes as well.
I did a thing on Fauci the other day where we were talking about how Fauci is the one that he's the one that even though they knew early on that HIV was transmitted through blood and bodily fluid contact, and that's why it was mostly a gay male disease. That's what affected most. He kept trying to throw it back to heterosexuals, and it was very interesting because do you remember you were probably really young then, but do you remember how they talked about how AIDS came from humans having sex with the monkeys or
Yeah.
whatever? I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, but nobody does that. It's not hard to get laid in Africa. I mean, that's why the Africans are actually reproducing at one of the highest rates in the world. Trust me, they don't need to bang monkeys. I think everybody
Yeah.
here is good. Everybody here bangs each other all the time. It's a problem.
It's a problem. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a problem.
I saw Lord of War. I saw Lord.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's a problem. No, I don't know about that. Let's not. I can do conspiracies with you, Grid, but I don't think we have time for that.
No. You're going to have to go in just a couple of minutes. I do too, actually. I mean, we're getting into the last half hour here, so that's pretty good. And like I said, I do have to cut it off at exactly 3 or maybe even a couple minutes earlier, just so I can go take my son his gear, which is stupid, but it is what it is. So, but yeah. So, when's your next stream, man?
My next stream will be come check out me and Brick Show on Wednesday. That's gonna be a fun one because me and him are just gonna
Wednesday
be
night.
Yeah, Wednesday night. Me and him are just gonna be roasting each other and giving each other the shit. And it's the topic of the conversation is the laughy grass.
What time? What time is it?
It will be at I think 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern. around that time.
Okay, so before my show, so that's daytime. That's
Yeah,
before.
it'll be, yeah, because that's like 11, 12 at night for me.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, because I go live Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so
you
yeah,
guys will be wrapping up right as I'm going live. Yeah.
I usually do 4-hour streams unless like I have people extended.
I'm really shocked that people are doing the like super long streams. I do 3-hour streams. It seems to be like the right amount. And I tried to do like 2-hour streams, but you just can't have good conversations with people in 2 hours.
No, I feel
especially
like
if you're interacting with the chat or anything like that.
I feel like for replay like after the live stream, I feel like obviously 2 hours is more beneficial because people would click on a 2-hour stream way more likely than a 4 or 5-hour stream. But because I'm starting out Grid, I usually say, I promise I'll do 4-hour streams no matter what for everybody.
Moonlight $4.99 comes in for Moonlight. Dad, son, don't jerk it. It'll make you blind. Son says, Dad, I'm over here. That's funny. That's funny. I should grift 1-hour extensions, and I could maybe do that on the nighttime shows, but I can't do that.
Yeah. No, Grid. Also, you got hard outs and stuff, and you got a decent following and stuff. My channel's still small, so I'm just trying to put in the work.
Well, I keep sending people over there. People over there.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I need like 32 more subscribers, Grid, then I can get like memberships and super chats and that stuff. So
okay, we'll try and get them all. Everybody go sub to Chris. Share his channel so he gets more subs. Thanks. And the mods have been spamming his channel in the chat, and will continue to do so that
I promise
he can get some subs.
I promise I put in good streams, and there's different types of shows throughout the week, whatever you like. And we just have fun. We don't have drama. We just fucking laugh and take the piss. Yeah. And have Grid on sometimes talking nerd shit with us about old school sci-fi.
I just don't have the time like I had before, but it's okay. So, and you're getting some subs already, bro.
Oh, nice. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it. I'll keep doing good content so Grid doesn't vouch for me for nothing.
Right. Don't make me regret this.
No,
that's actually something I started. When I first came into this space, nobody promoted anybody else. It was all about them. As a matter of fact, most chats, you couldn't post a link. Matter of fact, in my chat, you can't post a link. It'll time you out for 5 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
But and that's I only do that so people don't come in posting OF links and shit like that.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I've done almost since day one is if you come on the channel, I promote your channel if you want me to, right? Like now there's some people who are like, yeah, I'm not into it. Don't do that, or I don't really have a channel, so don't bother. Like Imperious.
Yeah.
Imperious doesn't have a channel, so we don't spam in Imperious's channel.
Yeah.
But we spam Anson Knowles has started a new channel, and it looks like it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah,
so,
he's got a thing with Fatty and I Killed Earl that's happening.
I think that's a review of the debate that, or not debate, but the interview or whatever it was that I Killed Earl had with Fatty back on Tomato's channel.
But yeah, Grid, I don't get it. Like I'm one of the things I want the 500 subs for the most is so that I can raid other people. I even did it from the start. I was sharing Easy, your link, Raging Tomato, everybody that like is a friend of me or has me on their shows. I have my Nightbot spam their links in chat.
That's awesome. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you got to spread the love, right? Have people, if they're not subbed up, go check out everybody
else.
Yeah,
it seems like that's becoming more common since I started doing it. It was one of the things I started, and people were like, oh, that's really cool. And then it's kind of spread, and it's becoming, it's not the standard yet amongst channels like this, but a lot more people are doing it.
And also, I see Anson said you must come over to my streams. Anson, Grid was on a Nerd Zone talking sci-fi and comics with us. And Grid, you were on like my second or third stream with that jet fuel debate with
Oh, dude, that was
Damien
hilarious.
and that other crazy guy. That was fucking ridiculous about
He
the
must have been a
planes.
flat earther.
Dude, I
Dude, the
never
flat
heard
earthers
the
crack me up.
conspiracy theory that jet fuel isn't real.
I
That
literally
took
was
me.
I was on a panel about a week ago with this dude who was like, he's a total flat earther, and somebody brought me in because they were talking about because I'm a shooter and I shoot long range and I'm very good at it. And they brought me in because this guy's like, the question was does the Coriolis effect come into play with long range shots? And that's the curvature of the Earth, right? And then of course, and Earth's rotation and the spin drift and all those things. My ballistics program accounts for all of those. And so I was like, I broke down why it mattered. And this guy's like, but the laser beam, something about a laser beam bullshit. And, and it was like, and the guy's like totally a flat earth, like person. And I'm like, dude, that's insane. The earth isn't flat, bro. I've been up pretty high in an airplane. I can see the curvature of the earth.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
All right, Gred, I have to
jump out, man. We're gonna wrap up here. I'm gonna do my final monologue, and
right.
maybe I'll make a few more jokes.
Everybody,
and,
send Gred some grifts and show him some love, and then everybody else appreciate y'all. Thank you for having me on, Gred. Have a good night.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll see you later. See you, man. All right. So Chris was going there. All right, gone. Who am I supposed to ignore? Michelle? Why would I do that? Oh, it's Michelle Stone now. That was the problem with the guy debated the other night. Is he smoked himself out? So yeah, L's for Chris. No, there's no L's for Chris. You're just mad because he said that you're more focused on the boobs than your common sense when it comes to Earl, which, by the way, is a legit argument for a man of your proclivities. Earth is really flat. I know there's a couple of times I've been drunk and fell off the edge. You think, that's funny. That's not what happened, but okay, that's funny. Yeah, that's cool. Would Michelle ever want to marry Imperius? That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. All right. Yeah, guys, check out Chris Lestrange's channel. He does Nerd Out. And he's worked on some films in South Africa. And so he kind of has this really interesting take on all of this. And it's been a great show today, guys. It wasn't really the show that I had planned, but it is a show that happened, and that's the way this works sometimes. We get guests coming on. We get, things go the way we want it to go. Tonight, we are going to have, or I'm going to have Moonlight on the show. She's going to cam up, so she says, and that will happen. Moonlight, I normally do the show at 8 o'clock Central Time. That's 9 o'clock your time. Is that cool? Yeah, we're about. All right, that works. All right, so I will send you. What I need you to do, Moonlight, is I need you to join the Discord if you haven't already, and just post in the general chat, and that way I can send you the link, so that you can come up tonight. Moonlight is really Imperious. That'd be fucking hilarious. But that would really be hilarious. We get to see some Moonlight. What's the hang on, I'll give you the link. Give me a sec. I got you. There you go. The Discord is called The Shed. I believe Moonlight does have a channel because she is she made a hilarious video of Jim Bob, or starring Jim Bob, kind of, sort of. Oh, you don't really have a channel? It's just a one video? Okay. The shed is the Discord. Yep. All right, again, guys, it was a great show. Get that last bit of grift in. Keep it coming. Keep it. It's been a great show, so let's not fall down at the end. Tomorrow, there's no show. It's Tuesday, so tonight we'll have Moonlight on. It's gonna be a great show. I'm absolutely positive it'll be funny. We're gonna have a great time. We're gonna talk about we're gonna talk a lot of shit, I'm sure. And it'll be entertaining for everyone. So come back for that. 8:00 Central Time will be when that happens. Tomorrow, no show. Wednesday night, we're gonna do I'll do the standard Wednesday night show, and which I'm not really sure if I'll have a guest this week or not. We will see how that goes, and it's gonna be great. It will be great. It'll be a good time. Let me see if there's anybody out there that's live right now that I can send you fine folks to. Do a little redirect action. Should have been looking for this, but I wasn't. So let me do that now. Let's see. I actually don't see anybody worth we're talking to live. Anybody see anybody live that I'm not seeing? Anyone? I'm not sending you guys to Bausch. And I'm not sending you to Destiny because Destiny is Destiny's gay. So, you know. Is Cat live? If Cat's live, you guys are going over to see Cat. Let me check my Discord. Cat is live. All right, so that's where you're going. All right, let me get this set up. Take me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Whatever that means. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'm sending you over to John Galt's always live. But I'm sending you over to Cat. Cat's funny. You're going to like it, especially the girls. So have a good time. As always, be cool. Wear glasses if you need them. And